What if you could quickly learn what it takes to run high-impact digital ads on Meta, that's Facebook and Instagram, in a short period of time and actually see clicks, sales, and leads without being a digital marketer? Bienvenidos, y'all. Welcome to Marketing con Sabor. I am your host, Samantha Hollyfield. I'm an MBA, an entrepreneur, small business owner right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and most importantly, a marketer. And in the last episode, we discussed the holiday rush blueprint. We went into what it takes to create scroll-stopping content on Facebook, on Instagram, TikTok. You could use it as YouTube Shorts, a whole bunch of places that actually converts, creates a sense of urgency, and helps you make what? Last-minute holiday sales. Well, in this episode, we're going to take it one step further, because if you actually do what is in the Holiday Rush Blueprint, I'm going to link it again here in case you didn't get it, and you can go back and watch that supporting episode that helps you do everything in that booklet. But if you do everything in there, if you create that high-impact, high-scroll-stopping content, you can actually use it for digital ads. And that is what my Master Holiday Ads on a Budget mini course does. Now, this episode right now is actually kind of like an episode 0 for the mini course. It's free, duh, because it's on the podcast, and it's going to go into how you take everything from that blueprint and actually apply it to running digital ads and help you create better ads that convert as a novice. Because we're in it, guys. We're in the holiday season and we need to see conversion. Now, are you going to necessarily run the best ad you'll ever run? No, that's crazy. You're a novice. You're a small business owner who's just getting started. But can you click publish on an ad and know that it's going to reach the right people, that your creative is solid, that it's sending people to the right place, and you have a better chance for conversion? Yes, you freaking can. And so let's do a quick rundown of what we learned in the last episode. It was about the Holiday Rush Blueprint. Again, you can get that link to that free guide in the comments, and you can go watch that episode to really dive into the details there. I mean, it is so nice to not just have a free download that just tells you on paper what to do, but then actually see me on video talking about the nuance of all those things. It is incredibly helpful. Don't miss it. It's totally free. Doesn't get better than that. But one of the first things it talked about was creating scroll-stopping content. Quick tidbit is that those first 3 seconds of what you do really matters. It's that hook. It's what pulls people in. It what tells your target audience, hey, I see you and I know you. And it is critical to get people to stay around. The next thing you gotta do in terms of creating actual conversion for sales during the holiday is create a sense of urgency. And you do that with deals. You do that with creating a short time frame for people to act. You do that with special coupon codes. You create a sense of urgency in the content that you create that has that good hook at the beginning and that says, hey, that gift you're waiting for, you need it to get there before Christmas. Well, you can buy it today for 25% off and get it before Christmas Eve so you can wrap that sucker and get it under the tree. Another big thing that that free download covers is creating stories in what? Stories. It tells you how to tell a story in your stories to create conversion, because you can create reels all day long, carousels, posts, all this stuff. But one of the missed opportunities we have on social media is selling in specifically Instagram stories. It is an overlooked place with high conversion rates. Another really big one is going to be engaging in your audience in real time. Now, if you have a higher ticket selling item, this is gold, y'all. Engaging in real time means you get to address concerns, anything that keeps people from acting, answer questions, and actually improve the conversion rate in what? Real time. And the last big one is running ads on a budget. And that's what this episode is about. And it's that perfect transition into my Mastering Holiday Ads on a Budget mini course. It's only $29. It's usually $150. I thought, you know, what the hell? Let's get this thing out there and start seeing conversions, because I'm a small business owner. I deeply know what it means to have to get sales, to have to capitalize on seasonality. I'm here with you. I get it. And so I'm going to tell you the biggest thing that I use for my business and for clients that impacts their conversion rate and actually helps people see an increase in sales, that injection of cash during the holiday season. So the mini course is really the how, but I want to talk to you right now about the what. And the what is that what does it really take if you don't know how to run ads to know that you're going to see conversion? And everything is going to come down to this. It comes down to knowing your audience. So the more that you know your audience, that you understand them, the better chance you have at running ads that actually convert. Now, in Meta Ad Manager, it has absolutely fabulous detailing. In the mini course, we show you examples of that. And you can go deeper on your own time. But before you ever get there, and the mini course says this, I need you to write down on paper what you know about your ideal customer and your target audience, and what you know about your best recurring customers. That is absolutely huge, because the more you know, the more detailed you can get in Meta Ad Manager. And it will tell you if it's too broad, it will tell you if it's too narrow. It wants you to be right in the green, and it's literally a visual tool you can use to improve your audience in real time. But that's if you're creating an audience from scratch. That is if you are in the detailed targeting section of things, you're creating a custom audience, you're saying, okay, these are their demographics, these are their interests, these are their behaviors. You can get really narrow on those things. You can even, by job title target people. That is certainly one way to do things, and we discuss it in the mini course. But the best way to do things, if you want to literally see response, hefty, good, high converting response, is to leverage the audiences you already have. And so if you have an email list, if you have, website data, if you have like a pixel, Facebook pixel installed on your website that you're just sitting there, it's dormant, it's not doing much. If you've been working really hard on Instagram, on Facebook to, engage with the audience, post all year long, do all this stuff, then you have a better chance of actually retargeting all of those people and creating ads that convert when you use all the tools I gave you in the holiday rush blueprint. When you create that scroll stopping content that has the hook, that has the urgency, that has all those things, I have literally given you a blueprint to take a piece of content and run it as an ad with a powerful audience that you know will get conversion. And you don't have to be an expert to literally run ads like an expert. And so this course is very basic, but very powerful. Facebook Meta Ad Manager is like an iceberg. And so you can do even the surface level stuff and still see powerful results. Too often I hear people saying like, I'm just not seeing my ads convert. And sometimes, hey, I have to test. I have ads that I'm like, I don't like that conversion rate. So I stop them and I fix them. I optimize them. You may have to do that too. But the point is that we start strong. So we're not just throwing spaghetti at the wall. We're not just throwing $50 behind a post and crossing our fingers. No, not at all. We're literally creating scroll stopping content, and then we're pairing it with a powerful audience and setting it up correctly so that way we drive traffic from Facebook, from Instagram to the place we need them to go and convert. And of course, I will always tell you that place where they go convert, that landing page, that sales page, you got to make it look good and you got to make it easy to check out. The more steps you have, the harder it is for people to convert. Another big thing that I want you to know before you go into the master holiday ads on a budget mini course, even before you create any of the content using the holiday rush blueprint, is that sometimes people want to be clever, but the truth is ads that convert have clarity. So always choose clarity over cleverness. Now, there is a perfect match there where you are clever and it is really clear, but lean into clarity. When you are a novice, when you are writing headlines, when you are creating the text that goes with your ad, when you are saying, okay, I'm going to send people from Facebook to my landing page, when you're looking at that landing page and saying, do I know if this thing is going to convert? Choose clarity. Speak clearly, speak to the benefit, make sure your target audience is abundantly clear, and then make it easy for them to act. A very simple but powerful thing to do when they are trafficked from Facebook to whatever landing page is to say, how does this landing page alleviate any fears, any stopping points, any concerns, anything that might have this person say, I'm not going to buy it right now, or I'm not going to buy it here. address those things, literally write them down. It is absolutely huge. So again, you've created scroll stopping content. Beautiful. Now, the Master Holiday Ads on a Budget mini course, can I say that any faster, is going to tell you how to take that thing, put it in a powerful ad, and get results, point A to point B. And what do I want you to do after point B? Make sure that landing page, that sales page, whatever it is, addresses all of the concerns that could make somebody say, I'm not going to do this right now. Remember that sense of urgency we talked about? That landing page could literally have a visual timer telling people, hey, time is ticking. You know, you're not going to get it before Christmas if you don't order it right now. It could also have something really powerful like an upsell. Let's say you traffic somebody in for just I don't know, let's say a sweater. Well, at checkout, you can say, hey, you can also use this discount code when you bundle that sweater with, X, Y, and Z. Or it could be as simple as suggestions for other products. You have lots of opportunity from going from point A to point B and then an automatic upsell. That is a huge way to take a little bitty ad and maximize your ROI. It's enormous. Let's say you're using, so in the mini course, one of the ad types that we talk about is lead generation. I tell a story in there about running ads. Actually, I think I still told this in a previous podcast episode of running ads for a client before lead forms existed in Meta, and we were usually, trafficking them to a landing page that had, put in your email or whatever, and how all of that went wrong. But it went wrong, but it was successful. But here's my point. With that particular client, the way that we maximized that, well, that actually initially happened organically. We learned some very important lessons, and then we put dollars behind it. When we put dollars behind it, we learned that the best way to maximize ROI from that pre-product was what? It was the immediate upsell. Hey, you've got this free thing. This is how this free thing can go even farther, and it's only, $20, $5, $20, $50, whatever it is. So the ad gives you something tangible free. It collects an email address. Boom, you have an asset now. And we have an immediate upsell. The same is true even if you are literally selling a product. Let's say you have a low-cost product. You can, at checkout, bundle with maybe other potential low-cost products or products that just work really well with that particular thing you're selling. Or maybe it's an upsell to something pricier, but it's just, hey, it's worth it. It makes this thing go farther. All of that is going to help you take this little bitty mini course and maximize your ROI. And I'm telling you, that whole doing it on a budget, it's going to come back to how much you know about your audience, your email list, your website pixel, and literally feeding those things into Meta Ad Manager to create powerful audiences that convert, to create lookalike audiences based off your literal very best customers. We go in there and we discuss how to do it. Now, if you have a very big email data set, you will see when you take the mini course, it'll actually give you a prompt where when you're creating a lookalike audience, it gives you an Excel sheet you can download, and you have to enter all this data. It's a very big project, but it is certainly worth it when you are going to retarget those people, when you are going to create lookalike audiences, and you would be so surprised. There are many absolutely fabulous businesses out there that are not leveraging this. It's so simple, and it's overlooked when you're really just getting started. And so the mini course is going to get into the how to do that. I think it's the 4th video in the mini course. You actually have seen me open Ad Manager. I click create an ad. I literally tell you, oh, you know what? I would actually change this or do this as I'm doing it. Here's how you can do this better in real time. We discuss how to create traffic ads. We do lead generation. We do a sales conversion ad where you actually see me select my product catalog. You can do so many cool things in Meta Ad Manager, even if you are not an expert. But the very best thing that I keep repeating that you've got to know is you've got to know your audience. If you have a database, you got to know how to leverage it. And you've got to use all those things I told you in that free blueprint in that last episode to create scroll stopping content. And just Really quick to recap, if you create a reel that's 15 seconds, you have the vertical version, then you create a horizontal version, then you create a square version, and you queue that up into Ad Manager, and you now have an optimized ads across all of the places that it's gonna appear. You also actually want a graphic too. But I give you those templates. I literally give you my Canva templates for an ad that I have run, actually for this mini course, that you can plug and play your own stuff into. And so you literally don't have to do any of this alone. You don't have to be an expert, but you do have to know the basics. And that is what the mini course covers. You get to understand your ad types, your ad formats, understand how audiences are set up, understand actually how to set up the creative part of the ad, and what are the most critical elements of that thing. I'm going to tell you right now, headline is a huge part. And I give you best practices for creating headlines. Y'all, this is huge. It's so simple. Here's what I hear a lot. When I dig into these things with clients, if I'm running their ads, or if I have a mini course that somebody's taking, or I'm doing a training with people, that's another big thing that I do. I think just last year I did a 2-hour training with somebody who was a brand new baby marketer. It was one-on-one. The company paid for me to train them, to help them in their digital ad journey. And she said, this seems so obvious, but I never would have seen it without you. Yeah. That's the thing where I said that meta's an iceberg. You don't know what you don't know. And so you do not realize some of the capabilities in there if you've never done it. But yoo-hoo, I've done it. And so that's what this course is. I show you very simple ways to actually generate return on a budget. And I've given you some of those really great tips right now. And it's not just that. I give you a free budget planner to go along with this course. You get ad copy swipe files. I give you a list of potential email subject lines you can plug and play your product and service and brand name into. I give you, again, I said those templates, those powerful, powerful ad templates where you get, the vertical, the horizontal, the square, the graphic, that you can see how I plug and played that information into there, how I broke up copy across a 15-second reel so that way it would convert. So that way it had a sense of urgency at the end, but it actually had a very short copy at the beginning. You can see how I broke it up and did that, and then take it and do your own version. You also get a 10-minute audit tool so you can audit your ad and see how to improve. And of course, you have a holiday ad checklist, because there are a lot of moving parts, from audiences, from graphics, from copy, to campaigns and ad sets. This is a simplified version. We have one campaign, we have one ad set, and we're going to publish this thing knowing that it's really strong. Now, we don't get into the heavy mix of something like A/B testing or ad sets with or campaigns with many ad sets. No. Again, this is for a novice. This is for a small business owner branching out into this who is like, hey, I've got to do something, and I've got to see that I'm throwing money at something that will work. And here's why this really is one of the best ways to get into Meta Ad Manager. You get a quick introduction to all the different ad types you can use, a very clear understanding of how to leverage audiences so that way you can improve conversion. All of this is foundational, and it'll give you a tremendous way to build all of your digital ads all by yourself. So I want you to save money. I want you to build your confidence. I want you to target the right people. I want you to spend money on ads and be like, yeah, I did that, and I know that it was good. And I want you to understand how to optimize your ads so you can make those dollars go further. To get the course, you can just look in the comments, or look in the show notes, or look in the description for wherever you're watching this video. Or you can go to hollyfieldconsulting.com. That is 2 L's in Hollyfield, HOLLYFIELD, and you can find it in the shop there.